What is merge? When we could use? Why we could use? How you could use? Answer of these questions you will find out in this video. I just remind for you that SQL, like a language, you could use not only in relational database systems, you could use in NoSQL and in some Python libraries like a way to work with the data. Why I remind you that? Because merge it's really powerful and useful in some scenario, and for that reason it's good to know it. And if you just know SQL, you could progress small, large, and really large bunch of datas. If you like this video, if you want to be part of our community, don't wait, click on the subscriber button and smash the Kanban button. I will be really thankful for that, and that is the way to figure out and be informed for new interesting videos about the database world. Let's start with the actual part. What exactly is a merge? Merge is SQL statement that could help to us, as you could see here on the picture, to figure out from two tables which data it's matched and have it only in first table, which is only in second, and what exactly it's like a match data between the tables, between source and target tables. And especially here talk about in case that we want to refresh some table. Usually we do that in our data lake or data lake or warehouse in a place that we want to have the whole data, and we want to update it to insert the new rows. If in our production system there are rows that still missing in our data lake or in our data lake house, that it's really good way that we could refresh our data and to synchronize between our data lake and data warehouse and actual systems. And yeah, if you want to insert, if you want to update or to delete the data, that is the way, because with the merge statement you cover the whole scenarios between the source and target tables. In most of the cases, exactly the same table that we need to refresh we have in our production system, especially in case for data lake, we just copy information in one single place that after that we could progress, transform, and so on. But really good way to copy and have synchronized data between production and data lake, it's exactly the merge statement. How this happened? How exactly we say by SQL query to figure out which data match, which exist only in source table or only in target table. Here you could see example like a statement how we could do that. We have student source table from the left side and the target table. The content, the bunch of the columns between two tables, it's exactly the same. Only the data, it's the difference, because we want to refresh our target data and to have exactly the same as we have in the source table, and after that to start with the reporting, with the data science part, and so on and so on. But to could update our information, our data, like here see in our source student table, we have ID1 that it's named Mike and ID2 that it's named Sarah. Here in target, they are still not refreshed, they are still not synchronized. We still store the old names. With merge statement, what we say, merge the target table, we put our alias here because that is the way after that when we call the columns from our source or target table, easiest to do that. For this reason we use the alias here, and in merge part we put the target table. In using part we put the source table. This is the two key moments. The next key moment is our on clause. As in joins, here in merge, because we want to figure out the matches, not matches row and so on, we should define in our on clause by which keys, by which columns we want to get these matches or mismatches. Here we could put one or more than one columns. In some cases, it's necessarily almost the whole columns from the table to use here, because we could expect to be refreshed only part of the information to say, and we want to grab that. And here, by the ID, we have these three scenarios. When we have matches, what we expect, then and after that what exactly we expect. Here in our update, we could just match the values between the tables, or to put some formula to use more than one columns for updating, and so on and so on. In our case, because we have only two columns, ID and name, and we want to synchronize the names, for that reason it's really simple example here. After that, in the next one, we have the scenarios in which we have no matches by the target. By the target, which mean these rows exist only in source. They not match in the target. They missing in the target. In this scenario, we usually want to insert the data and to add the new rows that are still missing. And in the last place, like a third one, because as I already showed you, we have three scenarios. In third scenario, when we not match by source, then we want to delete the rows. And here actually this happened like a steps, because in both tables we have ID 1, 2, and here 1 and 3, because here 3 exists only in target table. In which scenario going the ID 3? It's my question here. You could pause the video, think a little bit, and after that unpause and to see what is the answer. Answer is we will go in third scenario, and this row will be deleted because it exists only in target, which means not match by source. This missing in the source, and for that reason not match with it. What will happen with ID1? With ID1 we will have the match, and for that reason, because we have a match, what will happen? In which scenario we will go? In first one, exactly. We will update the name from Mike M to Mike, because we get the data what last we have for this ID in source system. For this reason, and because they match, we just update this row. What will happen with ID3? As you already have on mind, I suppose, we will insert this row, because this ID missing in target exists only in the left side, in source side, and for that reason we will go in scenarios when not matched by the target, which mean not exist there. For this reason we will insert this row. I hope this example help you to figure out a little bit about the merge statement, and be sure that everything is just fine. I will use SQL Server, for example, and demo to provide you some extra example to be sure that everything is understood from your side. Let's have a look on the demo. Before that, in few seconds we'll put attention here, because these ones it's not necessarily need to use 3 of them. I mean, in one merge, we just could use only one them. If we want to update only the rows um, and to insert, for example, to add new rows and to refresh existing one, but to have the history, to not clean the rows that already not exist in our source system, because usually our source system have only the snapshot of the data what it's at the moment, but what happened in the history we don't store in our production system. We do that in our data lake or our data warehouse, and for that reason, for example, we could just skip the step that delete the rows that are historical rows, and we want to leave them in target. In this example, we just could leave only these two ones, or if we want to have the full history, I mean not for existing rows that much, to have the last movement and last value. If we want to keep the full history and every single time to insert our source data, then we could have scenarios in which we will keep only this one. When not much by target, then we will just insert the data again and again, yeah, which will create for us the history in every single day what happening. Is it still the same value, or we have a new value, and so on. But my perspective and my point here was that I want to explain you that here we could use the 3 of the ones or only 1 or 2 of them. It's regarding what exactly is our purpose. About the demo, we just will create a database and 2 tables, source and target table with the products. And here, as you could see, we have some IDs, 1 and 2. We have in both place in source and in target. 3, for example, we have only in source table, in target missing, which means that if I use merge should edit it, to update 1 and 2, to insert 3 and 4, and to delete 5 and 6 if I use the whole of my options, all of the options that I have in merge statement. Let's execute it, and here I do exactly that. We have merge. In first place in the merge we put the target table. In using source table, put our aliases. In on clause, which keys we want to use to match our tables, and 3 of the ones. In case that match, that not match, source or target table, and so on, that I already explained you here. In our action output, we could see the whole movement that we did, which IDs we inserted, which we updated, and which we deleted. I hope this video helps you to figure out a little more bit about the merge statements. If you like it, don't wait, click on the like button too. Thank you for the watching, and we'll see you in the next video.